Motion sensors can do all sorts of magical things in your HomeKit home, but they're definitely not all created equal. So in today's video, we'll look at what I think are the 3 best motion sensors that work with Apple Home in 2022 and see if there's one that rules them all. Let's get into it. Greetings Internet, my name is Dustin and this is myHomeKithome, and here we look at the smart home with an Apple HomeKit and accessibility focus. I literally have at least one motion sensor in every room of my smart home. They're great for home security and for running all sorts of automations like getting the perfect lighting, to controlling window coverings, and even making sure that the room's climate is as comfortable as possible. Today we'll be looking at what I consider to be the 3 best motion sensors that work with HomeKit in 2022. Up front, I do want to mention that both Eve and Acura did provide us with review units, but neither of them sponsor today's video, and I'm under no obligation to say anything one way or the other about these sensors. As always, don't forget to check out the description box just below that like button for links to everything that we talk about in today's video, as well as a ton of other HomeKit resources to boot. Now, I won't make you wait until the end, so let's start off with what I think is overall the best HomeKit motion sensor in 2022, and that's the new Eve Motion with Thread. Now, this one is my favorite for a number of reasons. First, the Eve Motion is the first and currently only motion sensor that connects to your HomeKit home using Thread. This no-nonsense wireless mesh protocol is fast and reliable, and this is definitely something you want in a motion sensor, especially if you're using it to control lighting. Thread is also low power, meaning that you won't have to change the batteries that often, and this is particularly nice in a motion sensor since you might have it mounted on the ceiling in the corner of a room. Secondly, Eve Motion is one of only 2 HomeKit motion sensors that are rated for outdoor use. This is particularly useful to act as a deterrent from thieves and other unwanted visitors who may be lurking around the outside of your home in the wee hours of the morning. Lastly, an upgrade over the previous generation, the new Eve Motion has a built-in lux sensor, which when combined with the motion sensor allows you to create super powerful automations to not only really accurately control lighting, but also window coverings, ensuring privacy and potentially reducing heating and cooling costs. The Eve Motion, however, isn't perfect. I really would have liked to have seen a more flexible mounting solution. Sure, you can set the Eve Motion on a shelf or hang it from a nail or screw, but having the ability to swivel and adjust it like you can the other 2 sensors in this video would have made Eve Motion the GOAT. Now, something else that I have that's triggered by motion, well, kind of, is my wallet with an AirTag. More specifically, the Extra Parliament AirTag wallet. This ultra slim bifold wallet not only securely holds your AirTag in place without adding extra bulk, it can hold up to 6 cards which are easily accessible with the quick release button. It also has space for a couple of extra cards, cash, or anything else that you want to keep handy. This wallet also has built-in RFID blocking to prevent thieves from unknowingly stealing your card's information. Here I have the Napa Black version, but Extra offers other colors as well. And the best part? You can save up to an incredible 40% off your order during Extra's New Year's sale now through January 24th by using promo code myHomeKithome at checkout or by going to shop.extra.com/myHomeKithome. Save big and treat yourself this new year with some awesome everyday carry accessories. Thank you to Extra for sponsoring today's video. My very close second favorite HomeKit motion sensor of 2022 is Acura's P1 motion sensor. This little guy has got a pretty compact design with a fairly flexible mounting base. This makes it super easy to put it just about anywhere and get the perfect position. Although I do wish it had screw or magnetic mounting options as well as the included double-sided tape. But the standout feature of the P1 is its battery life. I can't exactly attest to it since it only came out a few months ago, but Acura claims that you should get about 5 years of life out of the 2 CR2450 batteries before needing to replace them. This is far beyond any other battery-powered HomeKit motion sensor that I'm aware of, and alongside rock-solid reliability thanks to Zigbee and the very affordable price point, make this my go-to for indoor motion sensors. But there are a couple of things which put it second place overall. First, like the Eve Motion and the third motion sensor in our list, the P1 does have an integrated lux sensor, but unlike those other 2, it's not exposed to HomeKit, meaning that you'll have to use some clever workarounds in order to use it to control non-Acura devices. Another thing that might put some people off is that the Acura P1 does require a hub. While Acura does offer a variety of hubs and most of them bring added value to your Apple Home, the hub is an added expense that you don't necessarily have with the Eve Motion. That is, if you don't already have a HomePod or Apple TV 4K with Thread. For an in-depth review of the Acura Motion Sensor P1, check out the myHomeKithome podcast, or you can read the written review over at myHomeKithome.com. I'll leave links to both of those in the description box. Last but certainly not least, I have to mention the classic, the OG, the Philips Hue motion sensor. There are a ton of reasons why this thing consistently ranks at the top of people's list for smart home motion sensors. The point that most people bring up, and I tend to agree here, is this sensor's reliability. With the exception of a few instances where there were some issues with interference in my home and I needed to change the Zigbee channel, these things just never go offline. This is extremely important in any device that controls lighting, but paramount to this is speed, and the Hue motion sensor has this in spades. If the sensor isn't just as fast, if not faster than a switch, how are you actually improving your home? Also, if you're using a motion sensor to control a smart bulb, if that sensor doesn't react lickety-split, you or your family members will just reach for the switch, potentially killing the power to that smart bulb, resulting in the dreaded no response message, and nobody wants that. The last reason that the Hue motion sensor makes my list is its integration in the Philips Hue app. I have yet to find a better way of harnessing the power of a built-in lux sensor to create automations that intuitively control lighting. This, combined with Hue's approach to time conditions that can be used to control different lighting scenes, make this one of the best motion sensor software experiences out there. The kicker here, of course, is that this experience is limited to lights that can be connected to the Hue bridge. Thankfully, in HomeKit, we can create the same automations, but it isn't nearly as intuitive, and it takes a fair amount of tinkering to get the light levels just right. And there you have it, my top 3 Apple Home motion sensors for 2022. Thinking back on all of these motion sensors, they're all pretty great and I can recommend all of them. But I want to hear from you. Which is your favorite? What do you think motion sensors are lacking in HomeKit? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, give this video a like if you did, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our future content. Thanks for watching to the end, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.